What's up guys, how's it going, and welcome to the Mina channel. Today we are gonna be doing a discussion video regarding Persona 6 and the Tarot. Now if you are a fan of the Persona series, you know that the Tarot is always used in the different games in different facets, but mainly has been used to represent different characters of the series. But however, the other point that they use those for is so that they can utilize that as a representation of the different confidence or social links that you meet along the way. So how does that matter, and what does that matter as far as what they do? So recently in the newer Persona games, particularly Persona 4 Golden or Persona 5 Royal, they have implemented new tarot cards. How does that happen, and why is that important even in the series? So one of the main things is the tarot cards that are utilized in the Persona series is one specific tarot deck. There are actually many other different variations of it. Some have different characters, some have different objects, some have different stuff. So there's actually a couple different decks that are utilized for different things, and it's interesting to see that although the tarot that is used in the Persona series is limited by the amount of cards that it has, what they have thought is basically they use it to their advantage, meaning there are cards from different decks into the tarot. For example, in Persona 4 Golden, they add one called the Aeon, which is not actually part of the same set. On the other hand, they also added the Jester Arcana, which is also not part of the same set as well. Those are just additional ones that they add. I think personally it's an interesting concept because it one of the major limiting factors of the social links, as well as what you will consider the tarot, is the fact that every archetype, every card is basically a specific type of character. So following the tarot, you are stuck with specific amount of characters, or not only amount but also the type, the archetypes that you can follow because of that rule. However, they can break that rule now because they can add new people new cards based on other decks. That opens possibilities for a lot of different stuff. Now, I particularly am not well versed on what every tarot cards means, because they have different meanings, whether they're upside down or the front, or what every card entails to and everything, especially again because there are other decks that are not mentioned or used in the Persona series. However, there is a lot of variations, and there's a lot of stuff that they actually have implemented, including making one with Persona 5 Royal with Maruki, which was added kind of just again with a different tarot and everything like that. So interesting stuff here. I personally believe that honestly I would like them to not use the tarot card system anymore, because again I find it a little bit limiting. It does take away from other aspects that I feel like they could focus on more, such as other facets of the series will be a little bit different. I do feel like the archetypes get really limited because of the tarot. So personally I feel like if they made up a different way to represent them, that would be interesting. However, adding new cards from different decks is also a pretty interesting idea too. I wish they will just combine other ones, because there's a lot of them. Like I just from this video alone, there's a little bit of research from like Wikipedia, and even like looking at some of the tarot cards there's a lot of different stuff that they can do, that which really will change the way that we interpret the games and the archetypes and everything like that. Again, changing decks, changing ideas and everything like that will be really interesting, because it doesn't make it as formulaic. For example, a lot of the main protagonists groups are always basically the same kind of thing, like the Empress, for example, which is basically the rich girl kind of thing, or somebody that is very popular, or the Hermit being somebody that is more isolated, that kind of stuff. So typically the tarot will have a character that is very specific to that particular. And of course, there's a lot of ways to play around with it, which it is pretty interesting. But again, I feel like it's time to change something different. I'll be interested to see what they do with that. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this? Are you interested in the tarot? Have you used any of those before? Do you have any ideas as far as what other cards they could use or anything? Let me know in the comments below. Again, this is just a discussion video here, as I again find it an interesting subject that I've never really seen anybody talk about, and I wonder if there's more to it that I just don't know. Maybe a little bit more research on the subject will be interesting to kind of make a even in-depth more video discussing the different archetypes pertaining to the different tarot cards that we know so far. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.